All right, welcome to a special episode from the chart readers here. I generally cover the AI stocks on Thursday only, and that really is my plan. But I want to talk about Bullfrog a little bit, okay? I'm not a big fan of letting you guys know where my money is, okay? I really am a degenerate gambler. Like, I say that with a smile, and it's not necessarily true, but it's like true, okay? My mama bought me scratchers when I was like 5, 6 years old, and like, I love to gamble. I really do. And knock on wood, I've gotten good at this stock thing to where I actually have not deposited new money into my account since I've been doing this technical analysis thing. And I actually very much swear on that, okay? So I'm able to do my like gamble thing while not messing up my account. And knock on wood, it actually ends up doing all right for me at the end of the year, okay? All that said, look, what we really use these lines for actually are when to get in and when to get out. All right. And look, this bad boy bounces on the 8 once, bounces on the 8 twice, bounces on the 8 3 times, hits it this fourth time. It's like when I talk about trying to break a resistance line. You can only do it so much. You can only hit a support so much before it's gonna run out. And Friday especially was horrible because if you watched the Thursday video, I essentially said we're either, and I'm zooming out to show you, we're either going to continue up into all-time highs and make some silly percent, or we're probably going to come back to 50% candle, right? On Friday, before we actually got to 50% candle, I pulled a lot of my bullfrog out. And normally I don't say it. There were enough direct questions to me in the comments that, yeah, I'll share with you what I'm doing. And I was really loud about me pulling profits on this Friday. All right. I definitely didn't pull all my shares. I definitely lost some money today on this minus 17. But complete honesty, I'm not going to lose any sleep tomorrow. I'm really not. And it's funny, as I look at the morning, I kind of was like asking myself, should I have set a better stop loss? And like, not really. Actually, like what I pulled out on this day got me so ready for really the rest of that day as well as the horrible today. Okay. And end of the day, let's say you didn't even use the 50%. Man, we lost the 8 on Friday. This definitely closes under it. You can see it, right? 8 right here is at 671. We close at 662. We were under it by almost 10 cents, right? From there, oops, don't click the line, sorry. This day right here opens at 661. Again, we close at 6. We literally almost ate the entire day. I'm here saying don't lose 50%. Can you imagine what I'm thinking if we lose 99.99? We only left 1 penny, right? Again, this opens at 661. This closes at 66. All we left was 1 penny on this yesterday, right? Like that's ridiculous. You're under the 8. You basically gave this up. You're starting to see the RSI slip under. You're starting to see the MACD curve a little bit. It really wasn't much of a surprise. It wasn't. And look at exactly what happens. We almost perfectly go from the 8 to the 20. And that's exactly what I generally say, right? Once you lose this, the expectation is going to be, can we go there or not, right? And I'll tell you what my concern now is what's this 20 going to do? All right, because we have not yet used it as a bounce. And I've kind of said this on an earlier video. I have to believe I said it on my last video. Look, does Bullfrog really deserve this? Do they actually deserve to go from, let's just round 250 to 750? That's a big jump. Again, they made a deal with Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins is a great institution. I did not apply to Johns Hopkins they would have laughed their ass off if they saw my application. Like I was not a good student in high school, all right? So like, yeah, I'm not pretending Johns Hopkins ain't a good institution, but again, does some Johns Hopkins deal really deserve going from under 3 to well over 6? Come on, get out of here, right? So you use these lines to just kind of catch it. And I'm telling you, if we lose the 20 moving average, if we lose 550, which is also the first green, like losing 550 could be scary. I'm telling you, this actually might drop to like 390, give or take, if we lose 550. So make sure, I don't know if you use stop losses or not, but 514 is definitely the ring the alert bell number. 505 is kind of the oh my gosh number. All right. And look, this RSI looks like it wants to go down. It's definitely been in these like 20 numbers before. Volume's not as fantastic as it was. I was regularly drawing this kind of uptrend thing that was happening here. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that anymore. We're now doing this, right? So the dynamic has changed here. All that said, I still believe in the AI sector. I still believe that these things will recover at some point. I just know I love my moving averages more. I love my lines more. I love MACD RSI volume more. And yeah, I'll pick it up once it's back on. You know what I mean? So just kind of running through the rest, but not as detailed, right? Guard force. Same thing. We've now lost the 8. We're now working our way to the 20. What's going to happen after the 20? If we don't hold this right here, if we don't hold $16.04, we are quickly coming down to 11 something. Maybe this 1275 right here, it's basically the top of this and 50%. But yeah, if this doesn't hold again, that might come. Look at that MACD, not looking well. Look at that RSI, not looking well. Volume has been insignificant. That's scary, right? SOUN Hound. Let's go to SOUN Hound real quick. That ain't good. We were talking about trying to break all the moving averages. We're not going to the bottom of the moving averages. It seems like this wants to come to 215, right? BBAI. Let's look at BBAI. Same story. We were trying to break out of it. Now we're coming down. Volume has definitely been that, especially worse the last, you know what I mean? So, AMST, I think this is another one. Again, same story, right? Like, these are not looking fantastic. Palantir, sweet Jesus, right back to the bottom, right? Looked like it wanted to go out, could not escape, right? AI, look, this thing's at the $17 I was talking about. I definitely said if this doesn't hold, and we're right there right now, we're going to drop to 13, right? I'll say this is a little bit too oversold, in my opinion. But as I zoom back, I can definitely see an 8 right there, a 9, a 12. Now, we've been down here before, and we've stayed down here for days. I don't know if this one, but green, man. Ooh. Oh, man. Hopefully 15 holds. I'm going to draw a line on that. Hopefully that 15 holds. Let's see. And then let me just flash NASDAQ. I saw a lot of people kind of talking about NASDAQ. I've also talked about it too. Look, all of these are tech stocks. NASDAQ is tech heavy. NASDAQ today has slipped under the 20. Just look at the 20 moving average right there. It's 12.051. We closed today at 12.037, the green number on top. We are roughly 20 bucks below it, right? Probably a little closer to 10, but I don't give a shit. We're below the line, right? So NASDAQ does bad. Your AI stocks can't do that well, right? So it's interesting to me that the 8 looks like it wants to keep going up despite us kind of going down the last few days. But generally speaking, 40 is not too low. Like this thing can come to 30 before I'd call it oversold. And actually the MACD is not looking too happy. So NASDAQ's looking scary. Almost all the AI stocks are losing key moving averages. There's a point where you just got to decide to yourself, are you going to be long and strong and just ignore it all? Or are you going to make, tough decisions and sell a stock that you don't want to sell? You know what I mean? It's hard to do that. Believe me, I know. But for me, these moving averages help. So, just a quick overview on the AI bloodbath today. Hey, have a great one.